Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the studio. I have been thinking up ideas like there's no tomorrow. And what you can see here is just a little board underneath this plastic, and I'm going to use the plastic for to lay my resin over it and use it as a mold. So what I'm doing is I want to make some little lamp sculptures for my grandchildren. So what I'm doing is actually just pouring the white, actually not the white, the clear, because I'm seeing this white underneath there. My brain's tricking me. So I'm just going to pour some of this clear over the white, trying to keep it sort of uniformed as much as possible. And I will leave a little bit just for a bit of colour, but most of it's going to be clear. Okay, so then I'm just going to move it, and the plastic is not completely flat. Doesn't really matter when you're making a sculpture. It's going to move, so it's going to give me some wavy kind of, actually I might even make a wave there, bit of a wave. Not too perfect. Who wants to be perfect? Seriously. The last one that was perfect was crucified, so why do you want to be perfect? Anyway, the bottom, which I'm imagining this will be the bottom, I want that to be flat because it's going to have to be able to sit on the table, something like that, and then you can pop one of those flameless candles in there. But so you want the bottom to be fairly flat, and if it's not, if it moves, that's fine. I'll just shape it afterwards with a knife or okay. I've got some weights here, but the thing is the resin is spreading everywhere, and it's going to be a real tall thing now. I might have to just get rid of these weights and let it gather in the middle. It's just gone all over the place. Did not expect that at all. But anywho, it is what it is now. I'm just gonna let it sit. I really need to add some more resin here because I need that to be a straight line, and I'm just gonna let it sit and harden a little bit. Okay, I decided to pull my board out. I think it was just creating a bit of a havoc there for me. I didn't like it. You know, these ideas just come to me without thinking. I've got some marbles which I thought would be great to pop in there. They will create extra weight. And grab a green one. But I might have to spread them out a little bit to help with the bending, because you don't want it to. You want it to bend properly. Oh, there's a red one. Look at that, cute. Just a few marbles. They're quite transparent, so it's gonna look great. Well, fingers crossed. Never know. You never know if you don't have a go. So have a go, people. Have a go. They're kind of moving on me as well. Everything's deciding to move, but that's okay. We'll sort it out. You know, I think I'm the best fixer-upper in the world. Well, not in the world, just in the Central Coast, maybe, where I live. Okay, so I want to make sure that I just want to pull some of that out this way. Make sure that those marbles stick, and oh my gosh, how exciting. I might pop some other things in there. I reckon that'll be quite interesting, just to pop some other little interesting things in there. like maybe shells and things like that. But you can't put anything too big in there. That's the problem, because I won't be able to bend it then. So let's see. This is going to be interesting. So I've been going through my little skins, resin skins, and I've got some really pretty ones that I might just scatter around here now. These are really thin, and I've chopped these just with a blender a while ago. I've got a video on this. This will be for a boy, but it doesn't matter. A little bit of purple and pink is great. So whatever sticks, what doesn't, that's alright. We'll brush it off. Let's get rid of that one. Push it in maybe. And I'm just using my finger now to just push it down a little bit. This should be okay to bend around. Oh my gosh, I hope so. I hope I don't get a flat piece of skin that I can't do anything with. And I've got some really cute little drips and drops that I can pop in there as well. There's some really pretty ones, and I will spread them around a bit. I'll add some color to this as well. Leave it now. Now I'm going to pop in some mirrored crushed mirror in between that my gorgeous friend Angie gave me. Hello Angie, if you're watching, look, I'm using them. So this is I might put them in between here as well. I just hope for the best, hope that they will still allow me to bend this afterwards, but it's just creating some really cool stuff here. Some more goodies onto there, maybe some little diamantes, little acrylic diamonds. I might just try to scatter them on the top, but I'm going to do that by just scattering it out on the outside of this and then pushing them in. I think that'll work better than trying to get it right in there. There we go. So they're sitting on top. That's going to add some really gorgeous shimmer. Still got that, nearly went all over me. Okay, what else have I got? Anything that I can find. This is just a roughly crushed glass. I think that's also really pretty and a beautiful colour for a boy. Nice blue, quite chunky and a gorgeous colour. I might just go randomly like that, dropping them down there. I'm not going to have any room for any of my own colours. Look at that. I really hope this will bend after all of this. Well, we shall soon find out, won't we? Give it a couple of hours, I'll be back. That's why I'm not putting them too close to each other, and just maybe put a couple down here. over that purple and pink. There we go. Lay these down a bit. This is going to be a tall sculpture. Tall, interesting sculpture. Alright, so that should stop that from moving too much. Let's go with gold. Molten gold is absolutely amazing. You only need a tiny little bit. Why? Here we go. So we're just gonna add some little polka dots in there. I do have a little bit of this shimmery one anyway. Some rose gold, which I have mixed. One of the colors that I have replenished in the shop. So a little bit of rose gold. It's a new mix. It's quite beautiful. And I might go with a gorgeous, gorgeous amethyst blue. You don't need a lot. 5% is plenty. So I'm just gonna mix them up, and yep, that's all I'm gonna do. Just pop in some dots, and hopefully they won't move on me. Oh, what happened there? I must have dripped a little bit of gold. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we'll start there then. Drop of that there. A little drop here. A little drop maybe over here. Spreading that clear, which is pretty cool. Little polka dots. Now I'm hoping that I will cover the whole area. Alright, so I might go with this beautiful, gorgeous. Oh, that blue disappeared there. That gold is quite powerful. I get excited when I make things like that, mainly because I can imagine the look on my grandchildren's faces when they get something cool. And it's just quite a nice sensory thing that they can touch and feel, and nothing's coming off. As long as they don't try to eat it. That would be pretty bad. Bit of gold. So this is just playtime, and you know, I should have waited until my clear was a bit more set. But you know me, not the most patient person in the world, and probably another colour would have been nice. It's quite pretty. Might go here with gold, just go around. So I'm just going around with those drips of colour, and you know, just looking at creating a bit of movement there, which is working. So all those little polka dots turn into really big dots. But you know, the idea is there. Like if I waited for my resin to set more, my clear, and then added some fresh resin, colored resin over the top of it, it would have been much more detailed. But this is working well. I'm actually happy, and you know, and I'm trying not to add too much of the stuff around because I want that light to come. And I will do some swirls with the gold because I love doing it like this. It just sits on top like that, which is quite pretty. do the same with the rose gold. Use up everything. Just continuing with my swirls, just adding a little bit extra effect. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this lit up. I really, really hope it works, and I think it will. I think it'll look great. So, but it's the first time I've ever made anything like this, and quite excited actually. It's looking very, very colourful, and a lot of detail in there, which was so easy to do. Like, anybody can do that. Kids can do this. Not that you want kids to, you know, up to a certain age to play with resin, but you know, you can do it with other mediums. Why not? Have fun creating things. Okay, that's all done. Great. Now, yep, maybe some glitter. I'm just going to spread a little bit of glitter around there. What have I got? Cool water is quite a pretty one. And the way I'm going to do that is just going to dunk my fingers in there. This is a rainbow glitter. Oh my gosh, look at that. Might do layers. This top one's going to be the cool water. This is a Le'Rez ultra fine glitter. True Blue, another really nice one. I just have to dry my hands because they're wet now from the white. Ooh, glitter everywhere. Oh, that's a pretty one. Okay, another one. I might go with, ooh, that's a really pretty yellow. Lemon lime. Let's go with this one. I think it needs a little bit of yellow. What do you think? Just down here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now this is all very random. And a lot of that, well, some of the glitter is going to come off. You know, because I'm just scattering it on top. Maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, usually I get a lot of glittery stuff. When I'm working with glitter, I get it everywhere. Beautiful indigo. Let's go with indigo. Oh, have a look at this colour. Gorgeous. Just going to go in between here. This is going to be for Reimer. Nice little sensory flameless candle sculpture. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Look at that shimmer. You can't even see it. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you can see it. Ooh. Quite pretty. Alright, so let it sit for about 2 hours. Alrighty, so here we are. Ready to start wrapping this around, and it's still, you know, pretty soft, so I'll have to see. I'm just cutting it out of this plastic just to make it a little bit easier for myself. Out that way and this way. Okay, so what I'm using to wrap that sculpture around is a cylinder which I have made out of just taping 4 of the tape cardboard holders, and it wasn't wide enough, so I had to wrap some bubble wrap around it to give it extra width. And fit this around it, and I made it overlap a little bit, and which was great because you know, you don't want to have that gap in between them. So that's all done and sitting waiting to be completely set. And what I'm showing you now is I'm going to make a little stand for my lamp, and I'm using the lid of like a Chinese container, and I'm using the bottom of it because the top of it has some writing, which is like the specifications of it can be microwaved or whatever, and I don't want that to show on my stand, so I'm doing it inside out kind of thing. And I've got a little tea candle here, which I'm just going to use as a bit of a guide as to the, you know, where the hole is going to be, where I'm going to be fitting my flameless candle. So I'm just wrapping it around with a little bit of tape and a bit of plastic just to give it extra width, because you don't want to be squeezing that candle in there. You want to, you know, give it a little bit of room to fit in nicely. So just a little bit of tape, and then I'm going to cut around it and fill that with just some little pebbles, just to give it a little bit of weight and weigh it down a bit. So here comes the little rocks going in there just for the weight, and it wasn't heavy enough, so I popped a big rock all over the top of it. And now I'm just mixing some fast setting resin, which cures white, so I'm adding a little bit of blue and a bit of actually just the blue at this stage, and when that sets, it dulls down a bit, so then I end up putting just popping a little bit of glitter over the top of it to make it darker, because see, you can see that's lighter now when it's set, but it's still pretty tacky, so I'm just sprinkling some glitter over it to make it a darker color, because I wanted the base to be quite dark, as the actual lamp is very transparent, it's see-through, and I wanted the bottom to be dark as a bit of a contrast, and also to help with the light going up rather than lighting up the bottom. And now it's ready to be unmolded, so I'll pull that out, and you can see that there's a hole in there in the middle, which is what I wanted. And I just get a little knife. I pluck out some of the bits that were leaking underneath, and then I just get a knife and cut around it, and then get just a nail file and file around there to make it more neat and tidy. And then I dab a little bit more of the glitter just with some varnish, and it sticks on there. Here's my little sculpture. I don't think it's time to pull it out just yet, but I'm gonna have a go at it, and I've taped it. I just, you know, good old tape. Just gonna pull it off there. Oh, there's one more, but wait, there's more. Alrighty, I've got tape on me. Just a bugger it to take off. Get in there. Go away. Alright, here we go. So here's my little mold, which is just the inside of the tape that you get. There's some more coming out, and more tape. I'm going to delicately take off, like so. And here we go. Oh, there's more tape. Now I've got to take the plastic off. I've got tape here as well. Ooh, it's moving. Okay, that's actually not a bad thing, because I want to pull that plastic out from inside there. It needs more time to sit like that, but that's alright. I'll pull the plastic out now. And see how it opened up? Now I want to tuck that bit inside there like so. and it's going to sit like that. It's still very, very soft. And while it's soft like that, I'm just going to go around and cut these bits that are sticking out. And I decided to actually stick it on here, just making sure that it's even Steven. I'll fix that. A little bit of tape on the inside here. I'll take the tape off after, doesn't worry me. So that bit is kind of a little bit on an angle, so I'm going to cut that bit off. Go from this side, it's easier. Now see how it looks over here. Hanging over that way a bit. If you do it in a proper mold, you'll be okay. But because I didn't, I just did it on plastic. It's a little bit difficult to get it straight because the resin moves, as you know. Okay, so this looks alright. Alright, so that is good, just like that. Now I'm going to pop it in here, right in the middle, like that. And just checking to make sure, wow, that looks pretty. And I will add some, so that should sit like that now. It's quite beautiful. And that should be able, you put it over the candle, and the candle, see, because there's a hole inside. See if you can see the hole. Can you see the hole inside? There it is. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Alright, let me mix some resin, just a little bit, and just put it around the edges. Okay, so here it is. This is the actual real candle in there. It's only because I don't have another one. I don't have the flameless one at the moment, but it will be right for a minute. And it's still on plastic because I've got some resin in there, but just wanted to show you all the ends, and look at that. How cool is that?